EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. Off we go from Vegas. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play gets nothing, so no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The NFL sack leader for 2023, T.J. Watt, gets in there to bring him down.
Big-time sack there by T.J. Watt, and he certainly picked up right where he led off. Remember last year, Mike, he led the NFL in sacks with 19. He's made a living off making plays in the backfield, and he continues to do so here.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have... these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll run with Johnson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but It is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll manage only a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Here's third down and a few inches. From the shotgun, Smith. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
On fourth down, here's Smith. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To the ground, a first down run. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Gina. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And now it's 4th down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and you got some big plays in their future.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and you know, they missed on that long attempt. At least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
First grab for Metcalf. Good for the 1st down.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. He'll landing Roberts in there on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Big 1st down pickup there by Roman Wilson. And remember the last time we saw him play in a live game, Mike? It was that Rose Bowl. He had a great year for national champions, Michigan Wolverines. Led him in catches, yards, receiving touchdowns. And this is a guy that not only can get downfield and make big plays, but even on underneath throws, he is very good with the ball in his hands after the catch.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, he'll throw. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Metcalf makes the grab again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This one grabbed by Austin. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Metcalf reels it in on the right side.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
To the goal line and in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Now Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them. They want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Smith. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. He'll get about 2. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up. They'll go again with Johnson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. We saw him throw it like that last year in Columbus. He's got his guys a 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Off he goes. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They put Wilson in motion. They'll run the toss with Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. They'll motion over Metcalf. A run on 1st and goal. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. He'll try to run, and it's Johnson. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Geno. Now, here's another ball that's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Metcalf with the grab. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Geno now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Vegas.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Johnson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Pat Prime is the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative. No time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Here's 1st and 10. The NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, Raheem Mostert.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Geno. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a give on the ground. What more could you ask for on 1st down? A nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. The veteran Darius Slay. They're on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, Smith. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Over the top, he's got it. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown, Raiders. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 6. Well, Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Elandon Roberts. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Smith. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He finds Austin with the grab. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll try to run with Johnson. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Throwing on second down, Smith. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They'll motion over Metcalf. Now they'll set up to throw. This one grabbed by Austin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Two-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw, Smith. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead. And the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Up the middle they go. He'll be wrapped up there, down at the 3-yard line. From a little closer, here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. One of the Steelers has it. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's the rookie first-round pick, Troy Fautanu. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And it's well read by the defense. Not backwards. He's back at his own 9-yard line.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. On third down, they go with Warren.